Hello, BookTube. Let's take a look at a little mail, shall we? I've got 4 packages here. We'll see what we can make of them. There's a Steve book in the midst. Let's see what this first one is. A finished copy of something. Oh goodness. Oh my. Okay, this is from Harvard University Press. This comes out at the end of the month. It comes out real soon. It's by Beth Lou Williams, and it's called The Chinese Must Go, a historical study with obvious contemporary relevance. Violence, exclusion, and the making of the alien in America. The American West erupted in anti-Chinese violence in 1885. Following the massacre of Chinese miners in Wyoming Territory, communities throughout California and the Pacific Northwest harassed, insulted, and expelled thousands of Chinese immigrants. The author shows how American immigration policies incited this violence and how the violence in turn provoked new exclusionary policies. Ultimately, the author argues Chinese expulsion and exclusion produced the concept of the alien in modern America. Wow. Okay. What a terrific cover illustration. Look at that. I don't know if you can make it out in the light. Look at that. I wonder what became of her. The little girl. I wonder what became of her. What if her story is. Do we have a credit for this? Courtesy of the Oregon Historical Society. So those of you in Oregon, I don't remember off the top of my head where the Historical Society is located. But now you have a mission. Should you have a boring afternoon, go to the Historical Society and see if they know what happened to that little girl. I'm curious to know. Well, let's see. Let's see what this next one is here. Another Harvard University Press thing. This might be a Harvard sweep. This whole thing might be a Harvard sweep. This comes out in March. And it is Escape from Vichy, the refugee exodus to the French Caribbean, by Eric Jennings. I think it's okay. On the one hand, I will say hats off to academic presses, especially Harvard, and Yale, of course, my beloved Yale. I don't want to leave them out, do I? But hats off to them for making commercially available hardcovers of historical studies that have, that don't even make a pretense of being for a popular audience. These are the works of history in our day. These are the sources that future histories will consult. But they're not meant to be, in most cases, they're not meant to be big, popular histories of a type that invite everybody in. They're more almost monographs. That's on the one hand. On the other hand, I understand even a university like Harvard that has, at last count, $217 trillion in endowment, that even they have to watch pennies now and again. But I will say, no black and white covers. No black and white cover illustrations. You have, for any of these, an infinite number of choices that don't involve an out-of-focus black and white photo. I mean, I realize, getting back to the one hand, these aren't really being pitched for the popular audience, but there's no reason to shut the door, right? But anyway, let's see here. In the early years of World War II, France found itself hosted thousands of political refugees fleeing persecution. From here, many traveled to Vichy-controlled Martinique in the French Caribbean, en route to what they hoped would be safer shores in North, Central, and South America. While awaiting transfer from the colony, the exiles formed influential ties with one another and with local black dissidents. Escape from Vichy recounts this flight from the refugees' perspective, using novels, unpublished diaries, archives, memoirs, artwork, and other materials to explore the unlikely encounters that fueled an anti-fascist, artistic, and intellectual movement. So a pocket of Vichy France, of Vichy France's history that has probably never had a book-length treatment in English before. Wow. Okay. Fantastic. All right, well, since we are dealing with an out-of-focus black and white photo, I want to know what happened to him. What was his story? And this jacket photo is a group portrait of European refugees saved by the Emergency Rescue Committee on board the Paul Le Merle. And it is part of the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. Okay, and you have to wonder, did she ever come anywhere near meeting him? Do any of these people's lives intersect, these two archival black and white photos? I could wish that both these books looked different. I could very much wish that, but as to their substance, I could hardly ask for more. I'm getting serious history in the mail. That's fantastic. So what's this? What's this next one? Ah, it's another one from Harvard. So we are going to get a Harvard clean sweep here. Oh no. Okay. All right. I need to have a word with somebody. Clearly, this is a second copy of Chinese Must Go. And if you remember correctly, if you've been watching my 80 million videos, that happened with The Price of 8. I got 2 copies. I got 2 finished copies. And we don't want that. That's just a mistake on the books in a computer somewhere. That can be fixed. What is this last one? Ooh. All right. All right. We're shifting from black and white covered serious history. Something completely different. This is the great Barbara Delinsky. Before and again. Look at the size of that thing. So this comes out in June. What have we got here? Oh, now wait a minute here. Okay, there's great cover art on the front. There's great cover art on the back. But what is the book about? Oh, here, all right. Let's try this here. Mackenzie Cooper took her eyes off the road for just a moment, but the resulting collision was enough to rob her not only of her beloved daughter, but ultimately of her marriage, family, and friends. And thanks to the non-stop media coverage, even her privacy. Now she lives in Vermont under the name Maggie Reed in a small house with her cat and dog. She's thankful for the new friends she's made, though she can't risk telling them too much. And she takes satisfaction in working as a makeup artist at a luxurious local spa, helping clients hide the visible outward signs of their weariness, illnesses, and injuries. Covering up scars is a skill she has mastered. Her only goal is to stay under the radar and make it through her remaining probation. But she isn't the only one in this peaceful town with secrets. When a friend's teenage son is thrust into the national spotlight, accused of hacking a powerful man's Twitter account, Maggie is torn between pulling away and protecting herself or stepping into the glare to be at their side. As the stunning truth behind their case is slowly revealed, Maggie's own carefully constructed story begins to unravel as well. She knows all too well that what we need from each other is difficult in this difficult world is comfort. But to provide it, sometimes we need to travel far outside our own comfort zones. Okay, this is big. This is a big, ambitious thing. This is what? What is this anyway? Does it say? Well, it doesn't tell me on there, but this is a big... Yeah, this is 550 pages. Good Lord. One thing I can tell you as a diehard Barbara Delinsky fan is that although that plot synopsis is meant to ratchet up the tension, any of you who've ever read any of Barbara Delinsky's novels know that Maggie will find the courage. She'll find the courage to do the right thing. This is an author who never lets you down. Wow, okay, great. So this comes out in June of a nice long time, a nice big... This is probably the longest Barbara Delinsky novel I've ever read. And feels a bit like a departure, like a gamble on her part, because it verges into thriller territory. Okay, great. All right, so we have Before and Again, gigantic new novel by Barbara Delinsky. We have The Chinese Must Go, 2 copies, and we have Escape from Vichy, about refugees traveling to Martinique, hoping to go beyond and forming alliances along the way. How fascinating! Okay, so it's a small mail haul. It looked like it was 4 packages, but one was a double. So that's it for now. I honestly don't know what more mail I'm going to get today. I'm getting confusing signals from... I got confusing signals from the first carrier, so I might not get anything else. But 2 serious works of history and a gigantic romance, fine by me. So I'll wrap it up here, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.